Welcome to KMIT Vista. In this course, AI Technologies and Applications, we will study a new topic in this session. Life cycle of data science, pros and cons of data science, and technical and non-technical skills of data science. Coming to the life cycle of data science, we have 7 steps. The first step is business understanding. When we talk about business understanding, we need to make a decision after understanding the business. When we want to do a decision, we need to identify the problem so that we can give a solution or a recommendation to an business understanding. The second step is data collection. In this data collection, we are going to acquisite the data either manually or from different sources. Let us say if you want to have a feedback system, if you want to construct a model which is a recommended system, I want to acquisite the data of feedback in the form of tables. When we want to identify something, we identify a person, we need to have a database of different persons. When we want to detect some tumor, we need to have X-rays or MRIs, etc. So, this is how we are going to acquisite or extract the data from different sources. This is what we call it as data collection. After collecting the data, we have to do third step, which is data preparation. This is the bigger task and important task in AI modeling. So, in data preparation, whenever the data is collected, sometimes the data is missing. So, whenever the data misses, automatically we need to impute the data. So, to impute the null values or no data, always we need to fill with either the central redundancies. And second problem that we solve in data preparation is detecting the outliers. When we talk about outliers, sometimes when we collect the data will have some normal distribution or binomial distribution, but in that data, the data deviates from its mean. That is what we call it as an outlier. When we want to remove outliers, we will go for data preparation or data pre-processing. And second is we use Z-score method or IQR method to remove the outliers. The prepared data set is given to exploratory data analysis. Once the data is a clean data set, always we need to do exploration on the data. What we need to explore? So, for exploration, we need to understand each and every attribute, and we need to give a solution or select different features which are related to the problem. So, for that features or attributes, we need to visualize and see whether the data is correct or how the data exists and how we can represent the data. So, whenever the designer starts designing the models, always they do visualizations and understands about the data, how data is. Let us say example is what is the percentage of the students passed in the exams. So, to know about that, we go for bar charts or line charts, so on. How much percentage of students are existing in the campus? So, if you want to know about that, always we go for pie charts. Whenever you want to know whether the data is normally distributed or distributed, we go for histograms. If the data is having outliers or not, we go for box plot. These are all the visualizations that we see so that we can explore about the data. The next step is selecting the suitable model. That is what model selection. In this model selection, we have either regression problem or classification problem. So let us say with how much speed the drone is moving in a latitude. If you want to estimate the speed of the drone, automatically it is a regression problem, such that we can select either the linear regression or multiple linear regression or polynomial regression to solve the problem. Coming for different text data or video data, we try to classify the persons or the flowers or to find the different objects in an image. We go for either CNN or RCNN or mask RCNN, etc. So, depending on the application, we choose the model. After choosing the model, we need to evaluate the model. So, once the model gets good accuracy or precision or recall, always we go for model evaluation. How we evaluate the model? By using for regression problems, we evaluate with either mean square errors or mean absolute error or root mean square error. Once the errors are denoting the accuracy of the model, if the accuracy is high, we are going to evaluate with adjusted R or R square. For classification models, we will be evaluating the model with either precision or recall curves or ROC curves. So, based on that, once the model is evaluated, we try to give a new prediction such that model gets a new predicted output as correct, then we can evaluate the model is correct. After model evaluation, once the model is evaluated and designed, the model is given to the model development. Let us say example as if you have a huge data, always we store in the database. Whenever we have database, let me take example as MongoDB, we store all the tables in the MongoDB such that by using a query, we try to extract the data from the MongoDB or the database and gives to the AI model such that the AI model predicts something and gives to a front end, either it can be a web development or a Flutter. Okay, web development, Flutter, or we call it as Flask. Once the back end and front end is done, again we have some types of problems that are there in designing the front end, so that again the problem identified and can be solved by extracting the data, again pre-processing the data, again exploratory data analysis, again remodeling the regression model or classification model, evaluate the model. This is a continuous process, so that we will do until the process give better optimal solution. This is what the 7 steps of life cycle in data science.